So in this session, we're going to look at walking forwards in Tai Chi. So Tai Chi has its own special system for moving the body forwards and backwards. So start, maybe place your hands on your hips for the moment. Lower your weight. Weight on the left, so you're shifting, and then you can turn the right foot 45 degrees. Weight onto your right. For the moment, no need to raise the toes off the ground, so that you're drawing a circle with your left foot. Just come around and then come to rest with your toes touching the ground or the pad of your foot, with your heel up on the left. And now test this. So press your legs, it should feel strong. This is called cat stance. Hopefully you can see this in the video. If you come closer, so you bring your leg in, there's no strength to this. And it's like we've got this kind of energy globe or ball here between the legs. And we don't want to squash that. So if we come in too close, the ball is squashed and there's no strength in this position. If you go too wide, there's no balance here, and this ball is not held in its space. And so you've got to find it yourself, what your stance is, but it's not too big, it's not too small, and it should feel stable. You don't want this leg to get too tired, so don't go too low down. You are lowering your weight, but not too much. So you feel what's comfortable for you. This is called cat stance. And in Tai Chi, it's also links to the trigrams earth. It's to come back home, come to your center. Okay, so start again. So feet together. Lower your weight. Weight on the left. Turn the right foot 45 degrees. Weight onto your right. Small circle with the left foot. No need to even raise the toes off the ground. Standing in the cat stance. And you can come to be more upright. So just feel that for a moment. It's not an easy position if your legs aren't strong, but you can come up a bit and not work too hard. So cat stance. Next position, maybe hands on the hips. Draw another circle, just coming around anti-clockwise, not going far forward too far, and then just drop the heel. So the heel is pretty much where near to where your toes were, so you've not moved forward too much. And then your weight goes forwards onto the left foot. So this is forward stance. In this Tai Chi system, we make a kind of shoulder width box. So the distance here is about my shoulder width. About here is also like that. So we've got a kind of square. So let's come back again. So feet together, lower your weight, weight on the left, turn the right foot 45 degrees, turn it on your heel when you're doing that. Weight on the right foot, small circle with the left, coming around to cat stance. Another small circle now, coming around, heel touches. We're not reaching forward at all, it's just a comfortable step coming forwards into front stance. do that again, because it may appear simple, but you're doing this all the time in the Tai Chi, and these basic habits are really important. Okay, so weight on the right now, small circle, the pad of the toes of the left foot touches, heel up, find your right space, your cat stance. Circle again, no need to extend the leg, heel touches. What I say now is that you focus as you're coming around in the circle on the inside of your left heel. So what you don't want to do is go out so that your toes are pointing at 45 degrees over there. As you come around, it helps to focus on the inside of the left heel so that that's coming into touch, and then your feet are pointing in the direction that we're going, so your hips are coming forwards. You'll see in a moment that if you don't do this, the Tai Chi doesn't work. So this is a new habit to learn, to bring this leg around in this circle inside of the heel touches perhaps, or you focus on that just for a second, and the foot is going in the direction that you're going. And then the weight goes down into front stance. If you bring your hands down, you can see here that your center of gravity, your pendulum plumb line, is a little bit more towards the front than the back. So we have more weight on the left foot than the right foot. So this means that we are sinking on the left in Tai Chi language. And here, if I was 50-50 between the 2 feet, I would be here. I've come forwards, 60-40 would be there. Actually, in this case, we're 70-30. So I'm not 100%, but there is quite a bit more weight on this left foot than the right. Let's come back again. So you lower your weight on the left, turn the right foot, weight onto the right, small circle, finding your cat stance, another circle, finding inside of the heel touches, find your front stance and assume it now. So there's more weight on the left. And now, what can you do from here? So you can't go anywhere. You can't just push more. People at times want to move this back leg. So there's more weight on there. They feel, okay, I want to move this, but this is not what we can do now in this system. You've got your weight fully on this left leg, and then now you let it go. So drop your weight back to your right leg, towards your right foot. So let's do that again. So front stance, and you're just giving more weight towards the back leg, almost like you're sitting down slightly. This knee should not go straight, so you're not going so far that it's completely straight here. I should say a little bit about safety. When we're in front stance, this left knee here should never go past the balls of your feet, the base of your feet, of your toes, sorry. So your toes, base of the toes is here. You can go forwards, so that here you've got this line going down to them. You don't go past that. If you start to do that, where I'm going more and more forwards, here, this is sending your body weight badly onto the knee rather than going through the leg and the muscles. And over time, that will hurt your knee. So you do not do that. Because Tai Chi is something that you learn with a teacher and then go off and practice for the rest of your life. And if you're doing something like this, then at some stage it's going to cause harm to you rather than help you. So your knees are the main things to protect in Tai Chi. Otherwise, it's a safe system. So the limit is the base of your toes there. When you come back into back stance, it's not so critical. So this knee can bend more as you're sitting down. It doesn't have quite the same impact on your knee. So you can come down a bit more on here. Okay, let's start again. So we'll now explore movement. Standing straight, lower your weight. Weight on the left, right foot turns, weight on the right. Find your cat stance. Maybe hands on the hips. Small circle, finding your front stance. So focus on the inside of the heel a bit. Weight goes forwards. And then come back. So back to the toes up, toes down. So notice what's happening here. Because your foot is in this line going forwards, as you place your weight down and go and come onto front stance, your hips have turned. So your left hip is turning first, they're rotating independent. If we put our hands in a little kind of compass needle thing, as you go down, you can feel how your waist, your yao in Chinese, so it's translated as waist, this whole area, is rotating. So there's a slight rotation inwards. And then from there, it can't go too much, because if you continue, the body's locking, and the knee starts to hurt. So I can't just continue in this direction. So there's a sense of, okay, it naturally coils because of the way the foot is. Like this pendulum that's swinging. It builds up a little bit of tension, so it's slowing down. We're not forcing anything. And then it starts to swing back. The weight is still on the front, so we're not coming off. So it starts to bring us back. So this is very subtle, but this is what happens in the Tai Chi. It's brought us back to here, and then there's nowhere to go, because if it's turning, continues to turn, the ball here is being squashed. The energy ball, the legs are contracting. This is called broken. So it will be breaking the energy body. So once you've got to here, let's come back. I'll show you this. So I'll lower the weight on the left, weight on the right. Come around into cat stance. Small circle, heel touches, hands on the hip. Coiling a little bit as we drop into front stance, and then it comes forwards. So we're still sinking our weight on the front, and the hips will turn forwards, and they find the limit of this pendulum swing to here. Now we can't go anywhere. And so what you do is continue, allow this swing to continue, but we drop back onto the back foot. And this circular rotation continues. And what you don't want to do is to move your knee with your mind doing this. So this is popular in some Tai Chi, but again, it's not necessarily very good for your knee. And the aim is to get stronger with the Tai Chi through the whole of your life until you die. So this isn't an activity where you get to 30 or 40 as an athlete and then retire and then no one sees how your body is. This is an activity to strengthen your body and keep on strengthening and supporting things until the end of life. And so we need to really look after our joints, especially our knees. This idea of moving the knee, which is in modern style Tai Chi from Kung Fu, looks nice at the beginning, but as you go on through life, if you're not lucky to have very strong knees, then it can cause you harm. So in the traditional Tai Chi, you're coming back, sitting onto the heel, and then the movement's happening from the hip. So this is something natural, it's natural movement. You feel, because of the way the skeleton is created, sit down and it moves this hip, moves this whole left leg. It might be a small movement, but it's enough. So that's there, it's shifted it up. And then again, you can't go any further. So let the weight come back down forwards. More weight, but not putting your knee past the base of the toes. This is now like my walking into meditation or mindfulness practice. You wait, you feel this step, and then relax your hip, your right hip, and just let this back foot just come forwards. And you might find that it naturally comes into a cat stance. So this is how bodies are built, and these positions are natural. Okay, so we'll come forwards now. So with the opposite side, so the right leg is in cat stance, small circle, heel touches on the inside, let the weight go down, feel this kind of coiling feeling. It's naturally got a small rotation. More weight on the right, it turns towards the front, so the hips have lined up with the direction that we're going. So this is front stance. Can't go further, weight drops back onto the left, the back leg, and perhaps you feel a slight turning of your hips as you drop back. This right toe is in the air. It may not get to 45 degrees. It might be 33 degrees, so not in the straight, but this is okay. So we've all got different hips and structures. Weight goes forwards on the right. More weight, but not pushing the knee too far past the base of your toes. Let this left leg just float in to a cat stance. So not too tight, not too big. Come forward again. Heel touches. Front stance. Hips to the front. Rotation continues towards the left. And it moves this whole leg from the hip. Forwards. Come back into cat stance. So at the beginning, it's fine to look down, and especially I'm doing it as well while I'm focusing on this detail. But now we want to start to do it a little bit with the eyes at the horizontal and just feel. So inward rotation, turning to the front, sitting back, where it goes forward, come back home, cat stance. Open step, coiling, coming back towards the front, weight comes back, forwards, coming back home. And again, step, coiling, turning to the front, weight comes back, weight goes forwards, cat stance. Open to the front, back, step, cat stance. Okay, so I'll make more videos practicing this, but this is a good foundation. Here's something you need to do, play with quite a bit and get a feel for how this movement's working. It's a new habit. You had a habit to walk from a child, and this is a new habit to walk. So you have to practice it quite a lot at the beginning. And then when this is stable and strong, we can start to build on this with the upper body to see how that flows and links from this lower body spiral that we're creating. And this is small circle Tai Chi. Okay, thank you very much.